Name and title.
Derek Woellner, Mayor of Merrill.
Right, so you had a special meeting tonight for your new city budget. Can you talk a little bit about the cuts that were made in your meeting last night, I believe, to bring the tax increase down to 3%?
Yes, so my goal was to reach 3%. I put forward a proposal. I didn't really care for it, but it was all I could come up with. The finance director came up with, in my mind, a better proposal, and she took it to the Personnel and Finance Committee, and they recommended that come to the meeting tonight. And I'm very happy that we've met the 3% goal, and it's not a whole lot. You know, I think we're saving people $10 a year, but it's something.
But where did some of those savings come from in the budget?
So there was. Can I?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Reference whatever you need.
So the savings, there was $7,700 in operations reductions. That was what I initially had in my proposal. It was all operations. So we'll be spending some larger items, $1,500 less on street decorations, $1,000 less on computer and network maintenance, and $2,000 less on marketing and PR. With some other items from the operations budget, it adds up to $7,700. The majority of the reduction tonight came from, I'll read these 3 bullet points. Invest city undesignated general fund in early payoff of STF 2004 before 2018 year end. That STF 2004 is a loan that carries a 5.25% interest, so by paying it off early, we're not paying off that interest next year. Where'd the money come from to pay it off? Money got shifted around. She did make a note in here, and it has told all the department heads that, let me go back one. A potential general fund offset of $50,000 has been used to balance the 2019 budget. Therefore, it is critical that department heads closely monitor and contain expenses. So essentially, we gotta really watch our department budgets, because the money that we have set aside to take on any emergency items, we're paying off debt early with that.
Then you had a little bit of public comment tonight on the budget, and it seemed fairly split on people felt the increase was too much or not enough. When you have a split so close like that, how exactly do you look at the budget to consider which way you should go?
Yeah, and that split, that's representative of the same thing I was hearing outside of meetings, through emails, phone calls, social media comments that I've read. It's some people want to invest heavily in the community and get more services to attract people into town. Other people think we're happy with what we got, let's hold back a little bit. I thought that an increase is totally necessary. You can't have a 0% increase every year. The question is, where do you find that line? And trying to find the middle ground between what everyone wants. I set a 3% goal. It was kind of arbitrary, to be honest. Some numbers I looked at, for example, Social Security, the cost of living increase was 2.8% for 2019. I thought that in order to be less of a burden on people that depend on Social Security as their main source of income, let's try and be around that number. 4.71% seemed a little too high when we're looking at a cost of living increase of 2.8. So I wanted to bring it down to 3, and we got there. So very happy.
Yeah. And then another interesting thing that happened this evening is you had a couple motions that ended up being rescinded when trying to make additional cuts. Why do you think that the council was not able to find additional cuts in the budget?
This has been a long process, and those weren't the first motions that didn't make it through. Quite a few haven't, so that was just kind of normal for what's been going on. It's hard to find. Everyone sees the value in each thing that's going on. If there was a consensus on something that would be an easy cut that we could do without, we'd do it. So it's hard to find those items that everyone agrees we don't need, because we are operating on a slim budget already.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add about the meeting this evening and the budget?
I would just like to thank all the citizens that have provided input. There's a lot of initiatives to influence me and council members, and that's exactly what representative democracy is about, contacting your representatives and having your voice heard. So very happy with that.